right? So emotions are 90% of the issues, right? Feelings are the process or the progress after the emotion. Emotions are automatic. Feelings are the consciousness of awareness. Feelings are the consciousness of awareness. So emotions can be triggered at any time. We can see them: fear, anger, heart racing. Feelings are the labels we put on them. Mindfulness helps you through life with your health, prosperity, with your relationships. And the reason why mindfulness helps is because it slows everything down. Mindfulness slows everything down. It gives you a moment to think about what you are full of, what is going through your head. What do you really think about your health? What kind of feelings do you really have about your financial whatever that's going on? What do you really feel about your relationships? All of that has to be clear with you before you start pulling children. Right?
Yes.
Mindfulness helps you prepare, create, plan, and it also helps us deliver. It helps you prepare. It helps you plan, create a plan. And it helps you deliver. What is so interesting about mindfulness is when it slows things down, one of the first things that's done that you can do with any child that is in distress is help them breathe. Breathe. That's the number one technique with mindfulness. If any child is just going, oh my God, slow it down and help them breathe. That's the number one on our list. That's also the number one thing for us, no matter what's going on in our life, is to breathe first. Right? That is a practical skill that we have. Mindfulness is an awareness. So it has key factors. Here are 3 of the top key factors. Listening. Now I know y'all only have a certain amount of time with the children. I get it. You gotta get what you need to get done. You need to get the requirements done, get the paperwork turned in, all of that different stuff. However, listening is key for the children because we're taught how to talk, but we're not taught how to listen. And when I say listen, just don't listen to what is coming out of their mouth. Listen by looking at their behavior. Is it over-exaggerated? Is it kind of like pulled in? Like almost shut down? What is it? Identify it in their behavior. Behavior is number 2. You have to know the difference between when to calm a child down and when they need to speak up. Sometimes children really need to speak their truth and not just be told to just shut up. Just be quiet. Just go pray on it. Sometimes that vibration of speaking words will help the child. So we have to know when to have them calm down and when for them to speak up. The third one is the truth. The When a child comes up to you and they're telling you what's going on, it doesn't necessarily mean their stress or anxiety is from what they're telling you. Right? So get them to tell you the truth. But before you have children start doing all that, please go home and tell yourself the truth. I love motivation. I really do. But motivation means that there's no reason. And if we don't have a strong enough reason, a strong enough why as to why we do what we do, it's going to fail. So I want to make sure that each and every person is telling the truth and getting to the truth of the child. What is that child in front of you? Is that child telling the truth? Is that child lying? Is that child just not wanting to tell the F word? They don't want to tell you your feelings. Let me tell you something. This is something that I noticed about Tanzania. Just as an outsider, right? Let me be an outsider for a minute, right? It's not culturally right to just tell your feelings. You come to New York City, you can just tell them. But when you come to Tanzania,
shut down.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm listening and looking at everything that's going on, and I see you want to get to the root and the feelings of the child, but if that is not in your culture to do so, y'all got some work to do. Because if y'all are trying to get to that for the children, that also means y'all are trying to have y'all moment of actually saying your feelings, shouting your feelings. So this is really delicate. This is really delicate with the children. And this, I'm not trying to be a downer or mean or anything like that, but I want it to be clear that culturally, the children are brought up not to say. And I know this for a fact. You know why? Because I'm a mindfulness coach. I'm a counselor. I hear the worst of the worst that's going on with these children, and they have not yet told their parents. They've been raised closed mouth. I'm talking about rape. I'm talking about molestation. I'm talking about being bullied and scared. And yet, we're here today, and we want them to just fill in. Tell me how to get to the child. That also means there has to be a cultural change. And I'm not saying that that's easy, but I know it can be done. Just like he had one child at a time. Right? But go through what you need to go through first before you go and grab the child.